Well, this is Escape from My Apartment, day 7. Well, I woke up this morning and the dog was barking. Arf, 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 arf. It's like went on between 6 to 7 a.m. this morning. The owner puts the dog out and the dog starts just barking and going crazy. So let me just give you guys a brief sketch. See, what you have here is my house. This is their house. And this is my room that I stay in this little apartment. So when the dog barks, the noise comes directly across to me right here, and my bedroom is on the second floor, while the grade for their house, or the floors, the backyard is maybe 10 to 12 feet below my apartment, but then I get to hear all the noise from the dog and stuff. And also, you see, this is my neighbor's house, and he has one of those big 50-inch televisions where if they're gaming and the bass is loud, it'll come through the wall. And also, I have like this is a street, and this is a dog, and he usually barks between 5:30 and 5:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. during the weekday when the owner puts him out the house. So that's the situation I'm working with, that I've been dealing with for maybe the past 12 months since I sold my house in August of last year, and stayed with a friend, did transition to Motel 6 and stuff, and Best Western for a couple of days. But the issue I have, though, is, see, I grew up in 385 East 116th Place. So this is where you have a lot of Section 8 people and stuff, and I'm used to having loud music played. I'm used to having 10 to 15 people congregating in front of the house. What else is there that you have? Oh yeah, I'm used to cars speeding up and down the street and stuff, like drag racing sometimes. Walking by the house talking loud. See, but the difference was when I lived at 385, I wasn't paying $2,166 as one of the few single black people living in your residence. Call me a token, I don't know what it is, but see, I'm just not down with that noise stuff. So when I hear noise, man, I just go ballistic, man, because I used to have to, like, in the hood, you got to have some guts when you go talk to the guy. Man, I just need you to turn down your music. And I've did that. I went across the street to the Section 8. I've gone to my next door neighbors. You know, the first thing they're saying is, this motherfucking nigga, I'm going to whoop his ass. But did they whoop my ass? No. Because if they don't do what I say, but begrudgingly, hey, I'm going to call the LAPD and see if they'll do something. But now it's more like code enforcement stuff. But in the old days, you have to actually call the police, 911, do some reporting, and have them coming out. So that's how the world has changed. And I have to say, that's a pretty good policy, because if I'm a cop, I really don't want to come out for a basic noise violation. That's a code enforcement thing, and unfortunately, that's a property management thing. And I've owned properties where I've had 2 duplexes, and I've had to kick people out. You think that you're doing a person a favor? Hey, I'm going to give you something that's below the premium rent. I want you to help me out. I'm going to help you out. In the end, they just fuck you. So back to where we are today. I'm paying like almost $2,200 to stay in a place, and I got dog number 1, dog number 2, gamer number 3. So I'm just like, the problem is I take full responsibility. I've lived in a house, a 4-bedroom house on 1.5 acres in Yucca Valley for like the past 11 years. So I'm basically living a hermit life. And now I'm coming back to the city, and I'm just realizing the world is not like I thought it was anymore. I mean, people are living 5 to 6 people in a house, and 2-bedroom houses. And I remember when I was young, it was 4 people to 1 bathroom, and that 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with 4 people living in it. And I'm seeing 5 to 6 people living in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house where you have 2 adults and 3 kids. I mean, I'm just like, I could just imagine, because when I was younger, it was at least minimum 4 to 5 people living in a house where I was when I was younger. Me, Miss Diggs, Hog, sometimes Ohini the uncle, Aunt Kitty, or some other place. So it can be almost up to 6 people in that house. And I mean, that's how I grew up. And like, you just hate to go. I hated the bathroom. I hated the tub. I hated the fucking hamper that was there where the roaches would get on. Or my grandfather was a smoker, so he'd accidentally burn. The only good thing that fucking hamper did for me is when I got locked out the house, I could get a ladder, pry open the door, and hum in the house. That's it. That's all that ladder did, was got me from hanging out outside. That's why sometimes when I was younger, I always say, Butterball, Girl, and Rex lived better than us. They slept in a doghouse. They could sleep under the porch. They could sleep under the 2 cars that didn't run. Or if they wanted, they could just sleep out on the grass. So 5 locations while us humans are just squashing in this house. So whenever I hear a lot of noise and crazy stuff, it drives me ballistic. So as you know, I'm looking to move into a new apartment. So I got an application and it's saying, got to fill out the application, show them the source of income. So I went to Kinkos, scanned the application, scanned the source of income, sent it to them, called the person on the phone. Hello, Jennifer, this is Martin. I sent the information. If you need anything else, please call me at 310-254-7236 or email me. Thank you and have a nice day. Because I got to wrap people up. I got to call them. I got to text them. And September 20th, I'll probably have to go in and just take her the actual originals too. So, but at least she called me. We're making progress. But yeah, when that fucking dog barked this morning, man, I'm just like, I mean, I'm paying money, but I can imagine the neighbors. It's just like, I cannot, the houses are like 10 to 15 feet apart maximum. Maybe I think the size to make you have to be 3 feet. There's 0 lots between them. I mean, it's just annoying. So that was my project today, to go to Kinkos, do all that stuff. Now I'm sitting here working on another project where I'm going to work on building low-level lead generator funnels for people. And then if they really like it, I'll give them a premium stuff. So now I got to start making some extra money. Because yesterday, if you didn't watch my video, you should watch it. I thought I was going to be just serving hot dogs and setting up the hot dog station for people to use. But I ended up making cotton candy. The only thing was I had never made cotton candy before. So when it was all said and done, we had pink and blue cotton candy. So I was doing my best to make it. It was a good experience, man, because those kids are come for the sugar. It was a big union event for plumbers, and those kids came for that sugar, man. I was trying my best, man. I'm like, they was looking at me saying, bro, maybe you need to stick to breaking into houses and stealing cars, because when it comes to making cotton candy, you don't have a career, man. I put the sugar in, turn on the machine, it goes in a circle, and then when you see the webbing come, you put the little cone thing in there and you rotate it, and it all kind of gets together. But there's like a little trick I was noticing is you have to take your stick clockwise. Gotta go counterclockwise to the web that you're making, because you kind of make like it's kind of like putting the rope like a hinge, like you put the rope around the hinge and then you go the opposite way to roll it up. So that's one thing I learned. And another thing I learned is if you put too much sugar in there, then the sugar starts to crust up and it starts to like cook onto the webbing, which takes away the webbing that you have that created to make your cone big. So I think I figured it out, and then I'm probably going to make sure I take a trip to YouTube to study how to make cotton candy. But by learning how to make cotton candy yesterday, I brought in an extra $100 that I'm going to use to help pay my rent. So if I play this right, my current rent is $21.66. My goal is to see if I can't lower it $100 or $200. I don't care. The only good thing about this, when I get approved, is I'll have like a new bathroom, and I just love new bathrooms. That's why I didn't want to leave my house. I love the bathrooms. I love the tub. I love the toilets that are clean. I love the counters, the mirror. Only thing I ever do is clean the bathroom. I even have that little pummel stone where I'll go to the toilets. If I see one little thing of dirt around the toilet bowl rim, I'll go in there with the little pummel stone rock and clean it up, man. That is my only fetish. I just love bathrooms. Because when I was younger, didn't have that experience of having our own bathroom. And my grandparents had been living in that house since probably the 1950s. And I came along in 1920 20 and they didn't really, 1980, and they really didn't do a lot of remodeling and stuff. So I just know what it's like to live in a bad bathroom, and then that's all I live. My childhood has been with dealing with bad bathrooms. So whenever I move into a new apartment, I like new bathrooms. So that's why I took part of my Sunday to get the application, send the application there. That's why I went yesterday, even though I didn't get the hot dogs, learn how to do snow cones, and the candy machine I needed to bring in that extra money, because also by bringing in that extra money, it brings confidence, and then I can show it to the apartment people. Hey, if you're paying me, charging me $1,700, I'm bringing in $400. I need to only find another $1,300 to cover the apartment rent. So, and this is the Christmas season, so I'm going to see if I can't bring in an extra $10,000 to $20,000 a month for the next 4 months. That's my goal, and let's see if I can't get my rent paid up for at least 4 to 5 months like a business. So that's the story of the day. Woken up by the dog that I'm trying to escape from, and filled out the application for the apartment. The only reason this would have been possible is for me taking the weekends off, working as much as I can to build up that extra $1,000 to $5,000 in a savings account. So if things go bad where I'm living, I can move. So think about that. How much money do you have to help you get out of a bad situation?